Hello, Rosebuds. Hello, and welcome to the Rose Garden. If this is your first time seeing my face, my name is Kimberly Ann. I create content to help people get out of dark places like I had to do, to uplift them. I have 3 daughters, 4 nieces, and I like to leave these little breadcrumbs for them to, when they get to those dark places and it's hard to kind of get out of them, they're able to get out of them. So I leave this content for them, for you all, for myself, because I even go back and listen to my own videos when I need a little help getting out of a little bit of a rut. Okay, so yeah, just hit subscribe, ring my bell, give me a thumbs up. Okay, share this video with anyone you know who needs a word right now. Okay, share it with whoever you know needs a word. But yeah, today's message is about revealing the version of you that you hide and being resilient and standing on business as to who that is who you are. Like, we're in a time now where so many people have worn masks for so long, have hidden who they truly are, and just really they're not their true self. Like, they're not their true self. And if you notice, like, we in the time of, or we're actually kind of exiting it now, because if you notice that a lot of the stars, they're like undoing BBLs and taking out breast implants and all types of shit, and they're really starting to try and be their true selves, because naturalness is starting to be the thing now. And I am creating this video today because I want to talk about that, and I want my collective to be their true authentic self. But I'm not talking about it in a place from that aspect. I'm not telling you go take out your BBL, go take out your breast implant. I'm not telling you that. If you got that and you love it, baby, do you keep it? Because I got plenty. You know what I'm saying? I might need to go sell some of mine, but we ain't gonna go there. But I use that as more of a metaphor to speak on those of us that alter who we truly are or what we're like at home to try and be accepted in front of people. Like, for a long time, I hid my spiritual gifts for a long time, but it was more so a wound that I had received from my father, because my father was one of those old school Bible thumpers, and women are supposed to be like, I don't want to say not supposed to be spiritually inclined, but he don't look at psychics as being prophetess. Like, he don't look at people who read tarot as being folks who can read energy. The word energy don't even exist in his vocabulary, put it that way. So for a long time I hid my gifts, because it's like, well, daddy don't feel like women can do that. Like, in dad's eyes, you know how they only show that the men received a word from God or a visit from God, or they're able to write the story. In his mind, men can only do that. I, for years, have predicted when people have passed or will pass. Been able to read folks like that. All the above. Like, I have had those gifts for so long. I've seen spirits. Like, I met my great grandmother in the spirit. She visited our home and was looking through her jewelry box. And the funny part is, I didn't know that was her jewelry box. What happened was, ran into her, and it freaked me the fuck out. Like, I ran for dear life, because I'm like, what was that? She was tall with a big beautiful dress on, but I didn't see the dress, but I could tell it was a big puffy dress of some sort. And I said to my mom, like, there was a woman in your closet digging in the bottom of your jewelry box. And she said, oh girl, that was your great grandma. She was going through her jewelry to make sure everything was there, I'm sure. And I was like, really? She was like, that's wild. She visited you. And I'm like, yeah. I knew the moment that my grandmother's spirit left this planet, and I knew she died before we even got the phone call that she had passed. I knew my grandma was gone. And I still receive visits from my mom, my grandma, and my grandpa today. I remember one of the last photos I took of my grandfather. My grandmother was in the room, and I took a photo of my grandfather. My grandfather was like this, and you could see my grandma face right here. You saw her glasses, the shine of her nose. She had a cute, distinct nose. She looked really like my youngest daughter, Millie. A lot like my youngest daughter. Like, they split an image. And she had that really distinct bridge of her nose that showed up. And you saw like the outline of her rollers, and then you seen her butt on the other side of his shoulder on this side. And I said, oh my God, Grandma was with Grandpa when I took that photo. Like, she had bent down to pose with him. It was so cute. But I've always had like these gifts, and I used to hide them. I wouldn't talk to them about people. I tried to be normal because, like I said, my father used to shame me for a lot of stuff that I was like, okay, that's not right, or that's not right. You know, a lot of things that would pop up, but they would be guidance from the higher worlds. And like, even with my mom, you guys know I predicted my mother's cancer diagnosis a year and a half ago, a little over a year and a half ago. And my mother didn't believe me. And now she's dealing with a cancer she can't get rid of. You can't just cut bone cancer out, you know? So I even predicted a couple things like with my friends that they're now going through. So I've always had this connection with the divine where they allow me to know things before they come. I've even predicted things about myself. And I kind of shut it off in a way, I guess, because there's still a little part of me that kind of don't believe that I have the gift. But even though I have had numerous of occasions and proof that I have the gift, so now I'm trying to learn how to harness it and use it for me, but I'm doing it through this YouTube platform as well, to just help me have that balance of reading for myself and reading for others, because I've spent my whole life reading and giving my energy away to other people. So now I'm learning how to give the energy to myself again, because it got shut down at a young age, because I was told astrology is wrong and women don't read. Or my dad, he would say, one of his favorite sayings when I would say, I don't think God wants you to do that, he would always say, don't you play with God like that, even though I would be right, you know. So I'm now healing that wound of being comfortable with my spirituality and being comfortable with my gifts. So I don't know if me telling you this story, some of you may be in that place right now where there's a part of you that you really, really hide from the world. And it's amazing that I'm actually talking about this right now. And we have a new moon tonight, a harvest moon tonight. And it's a super moon at that. So make sure you guys go outside, set you a cup of water outside as well, get you some moon water, and just kind of like meditate. And I want you to really dive deep into yourselves to get to know those darker aspects of yourselves that you may have hidden as a child. Like, I'm really getting to know my spiritual gifts right now, like really getting to know them. And I'm realizing how they can help me in my life, and I'm also going through moments where I'm having emotional upheavals, because I'm like, damn, I could have actually used my spiritual gift to possibly avoid that situation or do that, or, you know, and so I'm going through this like balancing act, 111 on my clock as I'm saying that. It's 11:10 a.m. and I'm just like, don't beat yourself up. You didn't know. You were told what you felt was wrong. And I don't know how many of you were told as a child that what you genuinely felt was true in your soul was wrong. I'm here to tell you, no, it is time to bring those gifts back out. It is time to bring those feelings and know those feelings. And it's so funny that this message is leading up to today, because remember last week I was talking about my middle baby. It just turned 11:11 as I looked at this clock. My middle baby, and I was telling her to honor those feelings of how you feel about school. It's okay. Honor those feelings. So now here I am speaking about shining light on that inner world, the inner feeling that you may be having, that you may have hidden from the world. It's time for people to really begin to be their authentic self. It's really time. Like, I am literally learning how to be that spiritual master with boundaries. That is literally where I am in life right now, because there's a part of me that really wants to have like connections and stuff, But because I've been in connections that have either tried to dim my light, steal energy, use me to only benefit them, it's been hard for me to have those connections. And I know many of you rosebuds is probably in the same boat. I know y'all is. But it's okay now. As long as you create good boundaries, have a good list of non-negotiables that you're not going to tolerate. Like, for me, you're not about to dim my light. Like, the moment I feel like you're trying to tell me to pipe down, you got to go. Because I'm not. Like, my intuition has not been wrong yet. It has not been wrong yet. So I now honor what I feel now. I honor it. Like, if I'm with someone and I feel like they are about to, like, be, I don't know how to describe. Like, it's hard to describe. It's literally just a feeling. It feels heavy. That's the way I can describe it. It feels really heavy. And if I feel that from someone, like, I feel like your energy is too heavy for me to carry, I'm not going to try to carry it anymore. Like, I'm not in that business anymore. And that's where I know a lot of my rosebuds probably is right now. Like, we're in the business of, we're not carrying nobody else's heavy burdens. We are literally carrying ourselves. That's where we are right now. Bring that version of you out. Let her play. Let him play. Bring them out, because this is the time we need it more than anything right now, because there's so many masks being worn and it sucks. It sucks. You got people that they present themselves like they got it going on. They know what they're doing. It's that Librarian. You know, Libras kind of like to act like they know what they're doing, but they really don't. But they 1144, as I said that, they act like they know what they're doing, just so they can win you over. And then they, really never knew what I was doing in the first place. What? You could have got us both killed. So, this is not the time to fake it till you make it. This is the time, if whatever you've been hiding, you need to bring it out. You have to. It would behoove you not to. So, I'm going to actually pull from the Moonology Oracle deck today. I did a pre-shuffle. And these are the two cards that came out. And I want to see if they're going to come out again. Oh, Lord. There you go. Yeah, those are the two cards that came out. Know you're loved and reveal what needs to be seen. And it's so funny. Last quarter moon is Scorpio. Now, Scorpio in astrology is that sign of the underworld. The sign of what's hidden. It's things that you may hide away from the world to be seen. Like, my Scorpio actually rules my midhaven, and it's so funny. Now I'm really tapping into my spiritual gifts, and I'm actually showing it to the world right now. I've hidden my spiritual gifts, and my spiritual gifts is actually the career path that I really should be taking, according to my natal chart. And then know your worth, or know your love, new moon in Libra. My Libra rules 9th house. Yeah, my Libra rules my 9th house, which is also a hidden house. I believe it's ruled by Scorpio. And it's letting me know that I need to stop trying to hide what gifts God gave me to be accepted. And I need to actually reveal those gifts so then I can be accepted for who I really am. So, I don't know y'all natal charts. I can't really tell y'all. But we can go over it if you want to. My information is in the description box below. So I'm going to pull from this deck. I want to see what comes out as the message for the collective, because I did do a pre-shuffle on this. I just saw be humble at the bottom of the deck when that first shuffle. And I just got from Spirit. Spirit said, yeah, the moment they wake up and realize that they really the shit, be humble about it, please. Don't be out here telling folks, not telling folks, but don't be out here like dogging people out, because now you're being so authentic that you're dogging the fake people. It's not meant for us to dog the people who haven't tapped into their higher self. Your hidden self is your higher self, by the way, y'all. Which explains why my Scorpio midheaven, which is at the top of my chart. But we won't go there. So your hidden self is your higher self, is your true self. And Spirit is saying, once you recognize who you really are, Now it's your duty to help others see the light. Don't disregard people. Like, don't dog them out. Now I can understand, hold, in the spirit saying, hold your boundaries. If you've been around people who have time and time again played in your face, release them. That's okay. They're gonna have to figure it out the hard way, because they haven't taken the time to appreciate a gift that God gave them. So that's okay. But they want you to help guide others to see the light. Like, God don't want us to leave people behind. He wants everyone to be able to return to source before death. Like, we're not supposed to wait until we're dead. Reflect your priorities. Last quarter moon in Aquarius. Some of you may want to pull your natal chart and check out your Aquarius house, which right now is being transited by Pluto, and it's going to be there for quite some time. I think until 2041 or something like that. I believe that's how long Pluto's going to be in Aquarius. So it's going to be a very transformative time for you in your Aquarius house. My Aquarius house is ruled by my first house, so I'm literally changing me as a whole. It rules my ascending. Aquarius rules my ascending, and my transition will happen actually much sooner than later, which thank the Lord, because I'm ready to transition and just be around people that are more like me, or be around people that mostly accept me. I shouldn't say mostly, fully accept me for me. I have been around fake people for so long. I now literally have secluded myself because I can't do it anymore. Like, it sucks. And I'm not saying everyone in my life right now is fake, because like I said, I've ran into some really great people, some really authentic people, and I do hold them dear to my heart. But it's literally a handful. I can count on one hand how many authentic people I have around me. And it's so funny, as I was growing up as a child, I watched my parents who wanted to show to the world that they were the shit, but behind closed doors they were struggling. It wasn't going great. Like, they were struggling. And it's so crazy. Like, I'm here to undo that. And I'm so glad. Like, I keep it a book. I tell my mom, I don't got no money. You know what I'm saying? My money ain't here yet, type shit. That's what I would say to my mom. My money's not here yet. But, I don't pretend like I got it all going on. I was like that at one point in time, but not no more. I tell my mom, like, I'm not about to be something I'm not. I can't. It's not in my blood at all. Let's see if any other message want to come out. So you maybe have to prioritize. I'm hearing y'all need to pull y'all charts. Y'all need to pull y'all charts and prioritize where Pluto is transiting and Aquarius is in your chart. They want me to go through the houses. Okay, I'm going to try to go through the houses. Woo, woo. Wow. Okay, so I saw this. I saw release control when I did a pre-shuffle. Knowing you are loved has come out. New moon in Libra has come out. Take a breather. Take a breath from trying to be perfect. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Release control. Take a breath from trying to be perfect and cool your emotions. We got what's in Aries? It's something in Aries right now. I can't even remember. So let me see if I can go through these houses right quick. So if you have Aquarius in the first house and you have Pluto transit in there, you are here to be a revolutionary change. Your entire chart is ruled by Uranus. Literally your entire chart. Everything reflects back to that first house. Literally. You are here to tear down and rebuild. Better, not worse. Your tear down, which you basically are the phoenix rising. You ashes to ashes, dust to dust, and then you rise again greater than you did before. that is your entire life cycle. So that's my entire life cycle. I am one of you. If you are an Aquarius rising, if you have Aquarius in your second house and Pluto is in it right now, you may be going through a tearing down of your self-worth, your finances, and going to be rebuilding it anew. Now, I will say this. Because Pluto was in Capricorn, you may have already had the tear down and now you're in the build up. Like for me, my entire self-worth got toe up for the last 20 years. Literally. Actually since birth, I feel like. But I'm only saying the last 20 years because Pluto was in Capricorn for 20 years. So my entire self-worth was tore down. I had people literally dogging me out even when I didn't do anything wrong. I was getting dogged out, even by my own father. Like, tore the hell down. 11:22 on my clock, as I said that. I had to literally gain resilience in knowing who the fuck I was. That's what I had to do. Okay? So now, with Pluto in Aquarius in my first house, now I'm learning how to build the me that I can stand 10 toes on and nobody can tear the fuck down. That's literally what I've been doing. And it's funny because when I came to the realization that's what that was, I was like, oh my God. And each one of my relationships literally tore a part of me open just to reveal who the woman that I am now. Like now, them niggas ain't got a chance. Not the new version of me now. So Aquarius in your second house, Pluto in your second house, you may have gone through so many financial struggles over the last 20 years, depending on how old you are. If you are 20 now, you may have grown up in a family that struggled with self-worth issues, identity issues, may have had money struggles. So now you get to rebuild wealth and self-worth as the way you feel it should be. Okay? You may have moments, because the energy, depending on your chart, you may have moments where you may have to tear up shit yourself. You may have to do a breakdown and a rebuild. So that may look like losing all of your money all at once. It may look like that. But you learn how to rebuild wealth to where it can never be taken from you again. Okay? Third house, Aquarius in the third house. I don't know why this has become an astrology video, but it has. Clearly somebody needed to hear this. Aquarius in your third house, you may have gone through the last 20 years of people stifling your speech. No one wanted to hear what you had to say, even though what you had to say probably would have helped so many people. So Aquarius third house, now you Pluto in your house, you may be revising how you communicate to where you can now communicate more effectively. And it's so funny, I'm going over this with this harvest moon. So what I'm getting is maybe now with the harvest moon coming in, you get to reap the harvest of all those days and times that you didn't get to say what you wanted to say. So now you get to rebuild your speech, rebuild your communication. Maybe you get to do things via social media, YouTube, and you get to express to the world the voice that has been maybe stifled for so long. You get to rebuild that voice and transform into the speaker you need to be. Aquarius in the fourth house, the house of home and family. You may have grown up in a house that was very chaotic. I mean, shit was stayed getting toe up, but now you get to rebuild the home the way you want it to be. And like I said, I'm doing a very vague overview of these. I'm trying to run through it real fast so I can get through the rest of the reading. Because God wanted me to go through these because maybe some of you needed to hear this. So whatever is coming through. That's all that's need to be heard. So if there's more to the houses, if anyone want to elaborate on them, do it in the comments below because someone may need it. Aquarius fifth house, that is dating and dating, fun. What else is it? Creativity. Also, it's oh my God. No, third house is local environment. That's another thing too. So dating, fun, creativity, and like dating relationships. It's like a community house. And right now you may be going through a period of where you're changing how you show up. and dates. You're changing how you show up maybe in the community. You're changing how you create. You may have been stifled or told how you create is not normal, or is not art, but really it's been art. This is your time to bring that out to the light, transform how you present it, and make it count. Like, stand on business, show up and be like, no, this is my art. I stand on it. Who the right person to buy it? Okay, 6th house, Aquarius in your 6th house with Pluto going through there. I'm so sorry. I would not want to have this placement. However, I'm going to give you the caveat and the light to that. Aquarius in your 6th house, you may be going through a transformative time in your health. 6th house rules health. It rules something else too. But I know it rules health for sure. You may be going through, and the reason why they're making me draw a blank is because I don't think they want me to talk about the other meanings. They don't want me to talk about the other meanings. You may be going through a transformative time in your health. You may need to redo, or you may be going through a time where you're re-showing up how to care for yourself. You may, for the last 20 years, have been in a family that was ailed by ailments. Like, everybody has something wrong with them. But you are here to show them how to do it right. You are here to show them how to have preventative measures so that you yourself can be that one that lives forever. Like, I literally just said to my coworker, I'm going to live to 100 because I am doing things so much different than the rest of my family. I'm going to live to 100. Like, I know that for a fact. Next, I'm trying to think, the next house, 7th house, that's the house of relationships, long-term relationships, that can almost be kind of karmic. So they may not be forever relationship, more like an engagement, long-term boyfriend, girlfriend kind of thing. Sometimes it could be marriage, but like I said, it possibly could be the first marriage, not your last. You may be going through a time where you are revamping. With Pluto being here, you're going through a transformative period of how you define what a real relationship is. Not just a relationship with others, but also a relationship with yourself, so you can better show up for others. You may have grown up in a time period or a family where relationships was more on a as needed basis. They were very conditional. They weren't authentic relationships. It was more so people who wanted to, I need a man for bills, or I need a woman to cook. You may be, my dear, the catalyst or the straw that breaks the camel's back in your family that shows them, I shouldn't have a reason to need a relationship. I should just have one. I deserve it. That may be you. Aquarius in your 8th house. This is the house of long-term commitments, marriage, contracts. I think taxes is here as well. So contracts and other people's money kind of thing, marriage type stuff. You may be going through a time where you, my dear, may have been in a long-term relationship, and you may actually be ending a contract and re-entering a contract with yourself. You may also be revamping a marital contract. You may be revamping how your marriage presents itself, or you may be revamping the way, if you're engaged, before you enter that marriage, you and your person may literally be sitting down, or you need to sit down and decide, like, okay, how are we going to model our marriage? Forget how our parents did it. Forget how society does it. How are we going to do it? Let's tear up every belief we had of what a contract is supposed to be. And this can apply to all contracts, not just marriage, but marriage is, I guess, the highlight of this video right now. Somebody's getting married. Clearly somebody's getting married, which is probably why they want me to go through this, because you're finna transition from singlehood to marriagehood. This is wild. My readings are always wild. So yeah, you may be learning how to transition and learning how to revamp how you commit to people, how people commit to you. What is your stipulations for that? You're redoing the contract. So Aquarius in your 9th house, hidden desires, hidden needs. What else is it? They keep making me draw a blank. You're transforming what you need. So that almost leans over into the 8th house. You're transforming what you need. Your needs may have not been met over these last 20 years because you probably have hidden away what you really, 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 truly desire. And they want you to bring that shit out. which that's going to lean into the 12th house a little bit, because the 12th house is like your spiritual, hidden spiritual desires. We'll get there in a second. 10th house is your midhaven ruled house. That is like your career, how you show up to the public. So if Aquarius is here, you're definitely probably going to be transforming your career. You may have been in a career that you just settled for the last 20 years, and you probably was like, you know what, this is cool, I'll stay here, it pays the bills, mom and dad are proud, great. 3003 as I say that. But for you, my dear, you're going to be changing that. You're going to shut it all down, and you're going to get into a career or aspect of yourself that you are proud of. Aquarius in your 11th house, that's the house of like friendship groups, community groups, I almost want to say philanthropy kind of thing. This house is ruled by Aquarius in a traditional aligned chart. The 11th house is ruled by Aquarius, and this is the house where you may be redoing your entire friendship, community circles, how you show up as far as you're in your philanthropy spirit. This is the house where you, for the last 20 years, you may have been that friend that be there for everybody, show up for everybody, but this time around, you're going to be showing up for yourself, and then you're going to attract people now who can do the same. So then it'll be more of a give and take. It won't be so much of you giving. And last but not least, the 12th house, which is ruled by Pisces. That's my house. Gang, gang. Pisces, gang, gang. This is the house ruled by Neptune. And you may have had a lot of things hidden for the last 20 years, like your true self, true spirituality. This is a spirituality house. This is that I know what I know about my connection to God house. But because you may have grown up in a church, Baptist like me, you may have hidden that inner relationship that you have with God, because a lot of people looked at it as taboo. Oh, you shouldn't speak to God like that, or that ain't how you pray, or not knowing everyone has their own path to God. And it may have been shamed by a lot of people. Well, my dear, with Pluto being here, Pluto is giving you the okay to show how you show up with God. Show how you show up with God, becoming one with Source. That is why Pluto was here for you. This is your okay to be okay with how you and God communicate, how you and God link up. That is why it's here. I don't know why that had to be the message for today. I'm actually going to leave it right there because I'm ready to go on my walk. The wind is like perfect right now. I'm ready to throw these sunglasses on, put these earbuds in, and listen to me some good ass music. And I'm going to leave it right there. Take what resonates from this video. Like I said, we have reflect on your priority. So your priority right now is to focus on your transformation. Okay? Take a breath from having control. Release control, and just know that that hidden part of you, or that part of you that has gotten stifled for the last 20 years, it's time for it to come out and play. It's time for it to shine. Okay, I hope this message resonated with somebody. I love you guys to the moon and back. Thank you so much for tapping into the Rose Garden. Welcome, Rosebuds. Like I said, if you want a deeper dive for me to look into your chart and give you, oh, look at that big pretty dog. He's so big and pretty. Make sure you hit me up. My information, everything's down below. Okay, love you guys. Bye.